Patty, I guess starting off, just sort of wrapping up the fall, where do you feel like this team made the most progress, and where do they need to make the most progress here in the next couple months?
I think gelling in the newcomers, freshmen, and some of the transfer portal kids, it was really important to get them to learn our system. I think our upperclassmen did a really nice job of that. Sometimes it's not even so much teaching, it's like you're getting in the mix. You're in the mix, and either you're going to, it's fight or flight. Like you've got to step up and you've got to get after it. And if you are afraid of it, or you're messing with your head, you're going to have a hard time finding your way onto this field. And they know that. So it's not really anyone telling them. They come here and they realize it very quickly. Like, we're not messing around. We're getting after it. And you could feel that. I think that was a big difference maker for us. You could see Riley Ludlum and Hannah Coor and some of these names that are really trying to fight to get into the lineup really come forward for us. I think our pitching staff tonight was the best we've seen them. They really did a good job of feeding off of each other and shutting down some big innings. And so I don't know, it just all really seemed to be coming together. I was really happy how we played tonight, because last battle series was not good at all. And they made a commitment to come out here and finish it right.
Patty, Hannah, coming off that back injury, but boy, she's had a good camp, hasn't she?
She has, and she's in pain. I mean, she's still dealing with this, and it's every day is something different, highs and lows, but when she gets the opportunity on the field, she really seems to be locked in. She's been swinging really, really well. I really have liked our defense as well. I think our defense has been making some really big plays, and you might ask me what I'm going to do and who's playing where, and I will not tell you because I do not know yet. I don't.
And Hannah's skill set as an outfielder too, ability to throw, right? Am I right around?
She can get in there. Cassie Pickering, Ella Parker. There's a lot of young ones knocking on the door, a lot of transfers knocking on the door, and I feel the upperclassmen feeling it. They're a little bit tight because of that. They feel that pressure coming from others around them, and that's good for us.
Patty, you mentioned the pitching staff. What did you learn about that group of five this fall, and what do you think is the biggest thing you're still looking forward to see from them in terms of improvement?
I'm looking forward to seeing them face someone else, because it is almost a no-win situation when you face this lineup every single day. We get live pitching almost every day. So what else are you how can you fool us? It's hard to fool us anymore, because we know exactly what your arsenal looks like. So for them to have that kind of success tonight was a big victory for them. I feel Kelly Maxwell's really started to find herself and connect with Coach Rocha. Peyton Monticelli can throw the ball hard. We've got to get a little more control in there, but otherwise she can get some big outs. Nicole May, that was really cool. It was kind of nasty what Coach Rocha did by watching to bringing in Nicole May, but that's what it could do. I mean, those are cool battles. Those are things you look forward to, is who's going to win this. And so it was really nice to see the pitchers get a victory there. So I think this pitching staff, all of them, maybe the most improved is S.J. Guerin. She's throwing some really great pitches, getting some big outs. KD is looking good. I mean, this pitching staff's going to be outstanding. And you haven't even, and I have not seen Katie, Carly Keeney. There's too many K's. Carly Keeney has not thrown one pitch yet. So you add that in, we're going to be a very, very, very deep pitching staff.
How's she come along?
I think after Christmas she'll get a ball in her hand, and it was just such a freak accident that really did not turn out well. It was much worse, like longer recovery than we expected. So, but she's a hard worker. You're really going to enjoy watching her as well. So you add that to this pitching staff, and we are going to be really, really deep and really, really good.
Hey, Patty, is Jada all right? And everything?
Yeah, I mean, we practice how we play. It's always competitive, always hard. She's diving for a ball and kind of messed up her shoulder a little bit. Enough that we didn't feel comfortable putting her in here today, but she'll be okay.
Is Sid coming along?
Yeah, she'll be, after Thanksgiving, she'll be breaking out of the brace and starting to be a little more aggressive in some things, but it's not worth it in the fall if they're not ready.
You mentioned Maxwell. What is she doing better now than she was a month ago?
I think she looks a little more free. I think there's been a lot of weight on her shoulders for a lot of different reasons, and I think she's handled it really well. I feel like she's exhaled a bit and she's really settled. Her feet are planted here now. You can feel that. There's a trust and a communication with Coach Rocha that's very solid, and you can see that starting to pay off.
Patty, you signed a huge recruiting class. It's one of your largest classes ever. What's your thoughts on it?
I've got 10 seniors right now, which is half of our team. I have to count on freshmen coming in and starting immediately. And watching them this fall and throughout this last summer, listening to them talk to, in an event that we were in last night, I am so excited about starting over. If that sounds crazy. I mean, you would love to have this team forever and they'll win forever, but you need challenges, and this is going to be a big challenge for this program next year to have so many new bodies. But I think back at Sid Romero and Shay Knighton and Fale View when they were freshmen. Nobody thought they would win national championships, and they did. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be fun. They're great athletes, but they're just great-hearted young women. So I'm really excited about the future and what it's going to look like.
You only have one pitcher in it, I think, or am I wrong about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this kind of an opportune time to start over when you're, about to transition to the SEC and figuring out all that entails?
I'd like to have transitioned this year instead of transitioning into the SEC with this group, but they're gamers and they're going to be ready for it. So the future is really, really bright, and we've got a lot of really outstanding athletes that are going to be part of our transition into the SEC, and they're going to grow into the SEC, and that's going to be fun to watch.
How much different was it putting together this class because of all those factors that you mentioned, and needing to get a lot of girls in here who can play quickly?
Well, it's a challenge because you got to see, not only their ability, but are they strong? Are they strong now? Can they get stronger? Can they get strong fast? Is their skill level at a place where they can step in and be part of a championship team? And the answer is yes. There's just going to be a lot of teaching, and we don't have to teach very much anymore. I mean, the upperclassmen teach everyone else. So we just kind of are quietly watching and observing and chiming in when we need to. But there's just going to be a lot of teaching, a lot of instruction next season.
No, Malloy's been committed for a long time. It seems like, but, her family background and things. She's going to be an interesting player to watch. I mean, her sisters are great players.
Yeah, well, her dad is
right.
She has publicly proclaimed that he's the best athlete in the family. I'm like, that's probably a good choice. She comes from a wonderful athletic line of family members, and all of them. A lot of these athletes, their parents are their coaches, either in travel ball or in high school. A couple of the mothers have played in college as well, so they come from just great athletic families.
You have a couple of players from in-state too, which is
very good players too. Katie McKay is going to be a future All-American in my mind. These guys are really good. They're really good. Cheney Helton is just super speedy. I think I'd relate her kind of to Maya Bland style. So.
What do you think of the Big 12 schedule? In a way, I mean, obviously a little bit different this year with the number of teams and seeing some new ones and
more travel is quite different for us, you know, and just we're heading out to UCF, which is new, playing Thursday, Friday with BYU. That's a lot of change, but we look forward to it. I think change is good for us because we're going to have to get used to what that's going to feel like the next year as well. So look forward to it.
all right.
Patty, thanks.